if you don't want to be successful as much as you want breath in your lungs, none of you qualify in this room. Hardly anybody that comes to the seminar qualifies. When I was doing this and when I invented QLA, and didn't know it was QLA at the time, only knew it was QLA when I look back and I put it together, the model, if you will, or the formula, I wanted it more than air. I sacrificed my God, my country, my family, my children, my parents, my friends. And guess what? It happened. There's a reason why I live in a castle for 35 years and haven't had to work, and you're fucking poor. You gotta go borrow money from your mother, your sister, and on your credit card to get here. There's a reason. Because your parents were retards. So don't tell me good morning, please. I didn't know I had this in common with the founder of Amazon, but he's in the regret minimization business. He has modeled his lifestyle, what will I regret when I'm 80? Now that he's 50-something, he says now it's going to be 90, same as me. But I've had 80 for a long, long time. And there's still some things. I have 3 regrets. One, I'm a combat-trained Army officer that never saw combat. 2, the day before my mother died here at the castle, I'm screaming at her, God damn it, don't be a bitch, you're not sick, you're not gonna die. Next morning, she's dead. Can't go back on that, can you? And the 3rd is I didn't set my goals high enough. Nothing about missing my son or my daughter's Sweet 16 or missing a soccer or a fucking baseball game. None of that shit that you have been led to believe wrongfully are important. I am a world-class eulogy giver. And every single person I've buried, I normally go to see them, normally they ask me before they die. I go and I say, well, what do you want me to say? And they always say, oh, I'm sorry for it. I didn't take this risk. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Not that I missed my son's wedding. Not that I missed my 3rd grandchild's birth. All that sloppy, soppy shit. It's the risk they didn't take. And one of your homeworks in 2 or 3 days is going to be based on regret minimization. And when I go talk to the Navy SEALs in a couple weeks, the topic is boots to suits, meaning transition from the military to the civilian life, regret minimization. Because I made that transition 50 years ago. And I'm one of the success stories. I made hundreds of millions. Unfortunately, most of the guys that make that transition, 22 or 24 people commit suicide every day, vets, in America. It's a sad fucking commentary. And President Trump is just beginning to turn that around. And as this sign says, are you tired of winning yet? I'm going to go in for some more. If you don't understand, this fucking president has changed finance, the world, forever. The world, not just America. He has changed it forever. Forevermore. And in 2015, early 2016, I predicted if he was serious in Iran, he would transform wealth. He would lead the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever seen. And that's exactly what he's done. The statistics in America, and it has a ripple effect. America sneezes, the rest of the world gets a cold. He has the best numbers of any president since George Washington. More blacks, more Hispanics employed, less unemployment, and I can go on and on and on. And they're giving money away free. And now he has the strongest conservative Supreme Court in the history of the motherfucking United States. They're going to crush liberalism. They're going to crush socialism. And they're going to be there for 20, 30, 40 motherfucking years. Why do you think the Democrats and the liberals fought so hard against Kavanaugh? And if you weren't trying to grope somebody's pussy and tits when you were in high school, there was something wrong with you. And the thing that President Trump said, or allegedly said, about grabbing pussy, there's not a red-blooded man, maybe in this group there isn't, a red-blooded man that doesn't want to do the exact same fucking thing and just not get in trouble. So don't give me that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the YouTube cunts that aren't the sweat that when I washed my ass this morning. You're going to learn the real way how to create generational wealth in 3 to 5 years, top 7 years, that would normally take 20 to 25 years. Josh Kim, God love him, Asian, Korean, did it in 3 years. But he did almost everything right. Not everything right, almost everything. Now he's flying around in his fucking jet plane. What have you done the last 3 years? Not just you, but the fucking YouTube fucking vaginas. Just imagine if you had done what Josh Kim did in 3 years. 17 years old, you sorry fucking cunts. Most of you were just jacking off on your fucking laptop when you were 17. And in fact, you still are, because you can't get your willy wet. You didn't have any role models, otherwise you wouldn't be here. I'm the alpha male father you never fucking had, and should have. You know how important growing up role models are? And I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, almost everybody in this room is an accident. I'm going to show you, because we're going to look at some stats that you've never thought of. Maybe you've thought of them, but you've suppressed them. And I'm not just talking about you were born 9 years apart from your brother or sister. I'm not talking that's easy. That was absolutely an accident. But I'm talking about some other things. But most of the people, because if you have a half a brain, why do you want to have kids? Kids are hard work if you do it right. The reason why everybody has kids is because they don't raise them right. I.e., here you are. We focus in on guys that are the icons of the planet. Some of which are dead, some of which are alive. And they all have one thing in common. They're fucking assholes. Ruthless cocksuckers that would stick their dick in your mother's mouth if she had one breath left. Now, how do you stack up? You don't even want to visualize that metaphor. If this is the world, and QLA teaches you how to go between the big battleships on a little rowboat, so to speak. Okay, YouTube.